After a long day of work, it feels nice just to sit down in my theater room and read some Frozen. Oh, Anna, you're so hilarious. Oh, I didn't see you there. Hey, I was actually just reading some Frozen. When I'm not reading Frozen, I like to watch Frozen 2, or listen to some of my Frozen records. When I'm not doing that, I'm probably reading more Frozen. But if I'm not doing that, I'm either watching Rush Hour 1, 2, or 3, or all three of them at once. Please watch it. It's a great movie. Now, when I'm not doing all of that, I'm watching the latest Radical video and stream. Now, you see me in this fresh merch, right? I'm sitting here. You know what I'm about to do. My name is Fahad, and you're watching the latest episode of RaDuhNews.
What's up, boys and girls? It's your guy Radical back at it again today, and we are just about at the top of the mountain now, as we are on episode 9 of the lovely RaDuhNews show. Little change of scenery, as you can see, but don't worry. Same series, same RaDuhNews show you all come and support and know and love, and the show will go on, as today we will be discussing Nintendo nostalgia with our fine crew of special guests. So with that being said, let's jump right ahead to our first, drumroll please, special bonus guest of the episode is the imposter himself, my boy Jack Division. What's good with you today, my guy?
Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on! Yeah. What? RaDuhNews? Wait, what about RaDuhNews? He wants me... What? He wants me to be a guest on RaDuhNews? RaDuhNews 9? Okay, I see. So he wants me to be a guest on RaDuhNews 9. Sure, alright. Oh. What's up, Mr. Rad?
Hello there, son. Alright, Jack Division, to get this episode rolling on the right track, I have a single question for you, and that would be, what got you into Nintendo, and what has kept you sticking around as a Nintendo fan all these years later? Was there a certain console or a certain game that really reeled you in as a fan? The floor is all yours, my boy Jack Division.
Well, I remember for my birthday a while back when I was a wee little lad that I got a blue Nintendo DS Lite and a copy of Super Mario 64 DS. I remember being on the grind to get every single star in the game until eventually I lost the game. But then a year later I got the Wii and I was back on the grind again with New Super Mario Bros. Wii and Super Mario Galaxy. But at the same time, I was kind of getting tired of Nintendo and I wanted to get a PS3. But I never ended up getting the PS3 because my parents never wanted me to play violent video games like Little Big Planet 2. But without being able to play Xbox or PlayStation, I got more acquainted with Nintendo and its franchises, and I ended up falling in love with everything that had to do with Nintendo. And from loving these games so much, I ended up becoming a hardcore fan of Nintendo. So much so, I remember getting into a fight about how I thought that the Wii U sold more units than the Xbox One, and whoo! I was wrong! But long story short, the lovable characters and franchises that Nintendo offer are always what keeps me invested in the company.
I agree that Nintendo is super unique, and it really is very easy to fall in love with its characters, franchises, so on and so forth. However, my boy Jack Division, thank you so much for coming on RaDuhNews episode 9 as the special bonus guest today. I wish your channel nothing but the greatest success. Any of y'all watching, Jack Division is super underrated and makes amazing content for a channel of his size, so definitely check him out And if you like what you see, drop that man a sub. But until next time, Jack Division, until the next Among Us game, where you're the damn imposter. Peace out, my guy.
Thanks for having me on the show, Rad. And of course, after you watch all of Radicool's videos, be sure to check out my stuff right here on in the editing right there. That's my channel, by the way. So I make video game reviews and basically videos about just anything in the gaming realm. Hopefully I can see some of you guys over there in the comments and the subscribes, you know what I mean? So I hope you all have a fantastic rest of the episode of RaDuhNews. And remember to stay radical. I finally got to do it, yes!
I didn't know saying stay radical was such an honor nowadays. I am honored.
Day and night, the lonely loner seems to free his mind.
Man, what a great guy. Also, is it just me, or does he oddly look like Josh Nichols from Drake and Josh? I'm just saying. However, moving along to our first official guest of the episode, it's the man who absolutely whooped my ass in Linkachu's 2018 Smash Bros. Tournament, only to end up becoming my best friend. It's the Chad himself, Blucario. How you doing today, best friend?
I'm doing well, best friend. Thank you, and thank you for inviting me to your show. Yeah, I might have beaten you in that Smash Bros. Tournament. Barely. It was actually really close. But honestly, we probably wouldn't talk nearly as much as we do without it. So, yeah. Thanks for having me here.
You aren't wrong, my guy. That tournament truly led to a pretty amazing friendship between the two of us. However, as a guest, I've got to ask you your first question, and I want to see your take on what your favorite retro Nintendo console is, as well as what your favorite retro Nintendo game is. Excluding their Nintendo Switch, since it's a little too new, what would your favorite console be, and what would your favorite Nintendo game be? The floor is all yours, Mr. Blue.
Okay, so I actually haven't had many consoles, but if I had to choose, I'd go with the Wii. Very original, I know. It was my very first console that I got when I was like 7 or 8, and it's what I have the most memories with. I played Wii Sports way more than I probably should have. And if I had to pick my favorite game on the Wii, it would have to be the best Mario game to be made, Super Mario Galaxy. That's a fact, not opinion. And if I had to pick my favorite retro Nintendo game in general, I'd have to go with Animal Crossing New Leaf. I don't know if you knew this, but I like Animal Crossing. Yeah, I like Animal Crossing. When I got my 3DS, I actually didn't know what to buy, so I'm like, oh, that game looks cool. And so I got Animal Crossing as my first 3DS game, and then I got addicted, and here we are now. So, yeah.
You know, after following you on Twitter for all these years, I would have never known that you were such a big Animal Crossing fan. However, my guy, with your second question, I want to ask for a hidden Nintendo gem. Are there any games that you just think are so underrated? And do you think it deserves a port or a remaster onto the Nintendo Switch? What do you think, my guy?
This is a good question. I like this question. Honestly, I'd have to go with Nintendo Land on the Wii U. That's not really an underrated game. It sold a couple million copies. But like, honestly, I haven't played very many underrated Nintendo games. But Nintendo Land, I feel like they did a lot with it. They combined all their franchises, and honestly, it's a really good exclusive for the Wii U, and there's no way they're gonna really be able to port it to the Switch, but they could make a sequel to the Switch, and I'd be very happy with that. They could do so much with it. Like, I don't know. I liked how they combined all their franchises into one game. They need more crossover games. I love crossover games.
Nintendo Land 2 sounds like a fire idea, my guy. We'll have to wait and see if it ever happens. But my guy Blucario, thank you so much for coming on RaDuhNews episode 9. Congrats once more on your recent surge in YouTube success, and I wish nothing but the best for your channel. Keep up the grind, keep up the streams, and I will see you next time. Peace out, best friend.
Thank you so much for the kind words. It means a lot, and thank you so much for inviting me. I'm glad I could do this. Good luck on your channel. You're doing amazing, and I will see you soon.
That's a real kind soul right there, folks. So if you have not already, definitely be sure to go check out Blucario's channel and some of his streams, and I promise you will not be disappointed. But now moving on to our second guest of the episode, it's someone who's pretty well known in the C&D community, and the same man who just recently surpassed the big 1,000 subscribers mark. It's the big dog, the Chad, the maniac himself, the TheNathan709. How are you doing on this fine evening, kind sir?
What up, boys and girls? It's your guy, TheNathan709, and welcome to the first installment of RaDuhNews. Oh, rad. We're rolling, right? Oh, God. Whoops. Anyways, how you doing, Mr. Matt RDK?
First off, I don't know who you're talking about. Second, you just put an up-and-coming news competitor on my show. That's Spain, without the S. Now, as I just asked Blucario, I'm gonna ask you the same question to get you started, Nathan. Excluding the Nintendo Switch and its titles, which of the past Nintendo consoles and past Nintendo games are your favorite and why? The floor is all yours, Mr. Nathan.
Now, I'm a very nostalgic person, so when I pick favorites, I tend to pick the games and things that I have the most nostalgic feelings attached to. So, one of my favorite consoles is the DS. More specifically, the one I grew up with, actually. This is my original DSi I had when I was a kid. It had many great games that I find myself enjoying still to this day, like New Super Mario Bros., Super Mario 64 DS, and Toy Story 3. The best game. No cap. My favorite retro game has to be the original Super Mario Bros. For the NES. I loved finding out all the glitches and tricks you can do in the game, and just to see how Mario began.
A solid choice, my son, as the DS had such a god-tier library of games, and I personally have so many amazing personal experiences with the Nintendo DS. Now moving along to your second question, I want to ask about two of Nintendo's most recent consoles. And this question is a little unique. It's going to compare the two of them. Between the Nintendo Wii and the Nintendo Wii U, which one did you personally enjoy more? And which one do you think was more successful in terms of sales, library of games, etc.? What you think, big dog?
For that, I had to go with the original Wii. At the time, we hadn't seen anything like this before, controlling games with motion. What? You want to go bowling? Now you can do it without leaving the house. I never have to get up again. Yeah! The Wii was so diverse too. It was a console for all ages. I never thought I'd see my Nan play a video game, but I have. The Wii also had so many quality titles. New Super Mario Bros. Wii, Galaxy 1 and 2, Twilight Princess, Skyward Sword, Punch-Out, and the best one, Chicken Shoot.
Solid picks, and indeed the Wii was pretty damn revolutionary for its time. However, Mr. 709, thank you so much for coming on episode 9 of RaDuhNews. Very fitting, I know. Until next time, my guy, keep growing, keep streaming, keep uploading, and stay on that YouTube grind. Peace out, my guy, and again, I'll watch, and be sure to check out Nathan's channel. Peace out, man.
Thank you so much for having me on, Rad. I can't wait to see you grow as well, my guy. And if you guys want, definitely consider checking out my channel as well if you haven't. I mainly do video game review type videos with some unboxings and reactions and skits thrown in the mix as well. As Rad mentioned earlier, I recently just hit the big 1K, and I can't wait to continue making videos and streaming for you guys. Now, if you'll excuse me, I got to get back to filming this video. It's totally not rip of RaDuhNews, totally original, so yeah, thank you for having me on, Rad. Thank you so much. It was awesome doing this and seeing all the RaDuhNews episodes, and I really enjoyed it, and it's something I've always wanted to be a part of, so thank you. So I'll see y'all guys in the community, and I can't wait to make some awesome memories with all of you. So yeah, I see you guys around. So see you guys, and peace. Now let's get back to what we were doing. This is the first episode of RaDuhNews. Today's topic, bootleg video games.
Hey yo, chill with your bootleg news show. How the hell we allow that to air? Anyways, we now find ourselves at the final guest of the episode, and as we are on episode 9, I literally had to bring this guy on the series to complete the full roster of the N10 group coming on the RaDuhNews show. Please welcome my homie, RibS. You're finally making your RaDuhNews debut, bro. You're the last one. Welcome to the show. How you doing?
What is cracking, my dude? It is RibS, just as Rad has introduced me. I am very grateful to be on your channel again. Last time I was here, I still lived in Ohio. It was crusty, it was dusty, and musty, my guy. But we got a big boy job now. We in our own crib, and I'm big chillin', man. I hope you are doing well yourself. Yeah, let's get to it. I'm making more content on other people's channels than my channel. Not much has changed, man. So I'm excited to get into this.
Hey, I mean, you ain't wrong. You ain't wrong. You've definitely been on my channel a lot in the past couple of years. But who's counting? Who's counting? Now, if you've gotten this far in the episode, you probably know what I'm gonna ask RibS. What is your favorite Nintendo console? And what is your favorite Nintendo game, excluding the Nintendo Switch and its titles, due to it being too new? Floor is all yours, RibS. Go for it, my guy.
You know, my favorite console from Nintendo, I mean, it's a popular pick with good reason, but it is the Nintendo 64. I personally love the Nintendo 64. It started off the Super Smash Bros. Series that I love so much, but that is not the game that I care the most about that is on that console. You know me, winner of the N10 Olympics, an Olympian at heart, and that game birthed Mario Tennis, bro. Mario Tennis is the best game on the N64 personally. It started off a franchise that I hold near and dear to my heart. Even if the new games have kind of been booty butt cheeks, I still love the N64 version. Yeah, just the N64 in general, I have very fond memories of. So, kind of a basic answer, but, you know, fuck you.
Bro, what the hell did I do to deserve that? God damn, god damn. Anyways, solid pick with the N64, and once again, congrats on being a gold medal Olympian in the N10 Olympics, my guy. Alright, my guy RibS, with the final question of RaDuhNews episode 9, I'm gonna throw something at you to diversify the field of questions for this episode and change it up a little bit. What do you think the future holds for Nintendo as a whole? Can Nintendo continue to contend against Sony, Microsoft, and other competitors? Will Nintendo Directs continue to keep happening? There are so many questions for the future of Nintendo. What's on your mind, RibS?
You know me, Nintendo stand, defend them on the internet, or bitch about them not adding Mario Galaxy 2. Either way, it doesn't matter because Nintendo's future is bright, because no matter who you are, you could be a 34-year-old man. I know your bitch ass is about to buy Mario 64 for the 5th time. Yes, sir. Super Mario 3D Collection alone. They're gonna make so much money off that game, Breath of the Wild 2, and then the new Hyrule Warriors game, the Age of Calamity, I think is what it's called. It does not matter what Nintendo does. They could shit on a piece of paper, but have it look a little bit like Mario, and they'll be golden. I don't know why I was overthinking this question, because I was taking a shit earlier and I was thinking about it. And I was like, damn, Nintendo's future might be a little rough, just because Sony and Microsoft kind of dropping a new console this year, but not. Their market is not the same as Nintendo's market, so like Nintendo's gonna be fine. Anyway, man, stay radical. I love you. Thank you for having me on your channel again, Playboy. Always a pleasure to be here, and I hope you have a good one.
That was a lot of shit talk. Well, my guy RibS, thank you so much for coming on RaDuhNews episode 9. You finally completed the roster of N10 members coming on the series, and I truly appreciate all your input today on the episode. Until next time, my guy RibS, peace out, Mr. Macklemore fan.
Wait, what the fuck did you just say to me? Fuck you.
Hey yo, bro, chill. It's true. This man just wants to go thrift shop and he got them fur coats ready and everything. See, I wasn't lying. Anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching episode 9 of RaDuhNews. We made it. Next up is RaDuhNews episode 10, Literally the entire year, even with all this shit going on in 2020, I've been talking about hitting 10 episodes of RaDuhNews, and we're about to make it. Stay tuned for RaDuhNews episode 10 coming before 2020 ends. Stay radical, and I will see y'all in the next video or stream. Peace out.
I come from a town.
Hey guys, and you're watching RaDuhNews, number 9. Alright.
I come from a town where most of the people are so close-minded. They go into school and they work in a job, but they don't even like it. I won't be put in a box. Nobody telling me what I should rock.